There's no one to tell you about a man, millions, called Baba. Raila Amolo ODINGA, loved, feared, respected, debated, but always present. Kenya's former Prime Minister Raila Odinga has died at 80 while in India for medical treatment. The reports say he suffered a heart attack in Kerala. And in Kenya, the grief has been massive. Stadium streets filled to say goodbye. Tears, songs, stories, decades of them. Security forces fired shots to disperse the huge crowds. People were hurt and lives were lost, according to local and international outlets. That's how intense the mourning is. But who was Raila Odinga? Before the chants, before the rallies, before the legend. He was born on January 7, 1945, in Maseno, in western Kenya, son of Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, Kenya's first vice president. Politics wasn't just in the house, it was the house. At 17, he left Kenya for East Germany, Herder Institute in Leipzig to learn German, Technical University of Magdeburg, Masters in Mechanical Engineering, 1970. Yes, before the speeches, there were machines. When he returned home, the country was changing. And so did he. He became a central figure in the fight for multi-party democracy. He pushed for a new constitution. He organized. He protested. He endured. Over 4 decades, he helped shape Kenya's modern democracy. He also chased the highest office 5 times. Each time, he said the vote wasn't fair. Each time the country held its breath. He never became president, but he did become prime minister, and he never stopped being the opposition's loudest voice. Matatos, Nairobi, Kisumu markets, the coast, the highlands. People have stories of meeting him, arguing with him, marching for him. He could divide, he could unite, but he always moved the conversation forward. Leaders have called him the father of Kenyan democracy, a giant, including the current president. And you don't earn names like Baba by accident. You earn them by showing up for years when it matters. Now the country is saying goodbye. There's a state funeral. There's grief in the streets. There's also tension. And sadly, reports of lives lost during the mourning itself. Because when someone this big goes, the fault lines of a nation are exposed. But there's also something else. Memory. Memory of a young engineer who became a symbol. Memory of a man who didn't get the presidency, but still shaped the nation. If you ask me what his legacy is, it's this. Democracy is not a destination. It's a fight you show up for, again and again. And sometimes, the ones who never reach the top still change the mountain. Rest in peace, Raila Odinga, Baba. The story you started is still being written. By the people, by Kenya,